In this video, I'm trying out a new setup, like slightly different lighting and also different microphone, and I hope it turns out better. In this video, I'm going to be talking about like how to use vibrational frequency to break out of like a vicious cycle, a feedback loop in the areas of like sex, drugs, and alcohol. So I'm basically talking about a lot of young people addictions and young people, I don't know, like this is actually quite debatable because over the years, young people have actually expanded this definition up to 40. I'm actually 40, but there are a lot of 40 years old people who still party and stuff, but they look so old and dumpy. All right. So, anyways, for those of you watching this video, it's probably because maybe you do have some struggles with any of these addictions. You're welcome to share them in the comments, or you're welcome to, just thank me for making this video if you don't wish to elaborate. Each and every one of you watching this video has something that you want to break away from. In order not to be too intrusive, I want to come from a very personal point of view. I used to be into the whole nightlife thing. In fact, I once had dreams of being a DJ. I was actually quite good at it. So I do have some mixes up there on Mixcloud for those of you who care to listen. But it's interesting because like ever since I've gotten into manifestation and wanting to discover myself, it's very interesting the kind of lifestyle changes that I've taken, like healthier choices, and what I want to do with time, what I want to do with my lifestyle, the amount of sleep I get, and even recently when I talked about, like in a different video, I talked about how I had shingles, some shingles afflictions, same virus that causes chicken pox. It caused a lot of fatigue, made me want to get a full night's sleep, finish my work fast, and get a good night's sleep, feel fresh in the morning, and get into the habit of seeing these, the crusted over marks just like flattening out on a day-to-day basis. So, it could be itchy and red and inflamed, but the next day it's better. And then maybe during the day, I might have eaten like too many eggs or something and it gets flared up and I see it fading out. And it just feels cool. Like I was thinking, like if this renewal is happening on my skin, what could be happening within me if I practice lifestyle changes? Most of you have probably heard or read about how the body has the ability to renew itself every few years. Are you giving your body the chance to renew yourself, or are you constantly tiring yourself out? But you know what? Until a very late stage, okay, like there were many reasons that caused me to I think there were many reasons in life that ejected me from the whole parties and all kinds of stuff. When I began to love myself more, okay, in the beginning there were other push factors, right? There were like betrayals of friends. I lost many friends to vice as well. As in some friends, they got into like heavy debt situations due to like drug abuse. Or some of them, their partners got into drug abuse, or some of them even, they got like caught up. They got framed for stuff, and they're doing jail time as well, or they're estranged from their families, or some of them even in some kind of delusion. So when I see all these things happen to a lot of people, I guess these were like the push factors for me. But for myself, like when I found out about oh my God, for the first time in my life, high blood pressure, how did I allow myself to come to this? I've been fit my whole life. And a few years ago before COVID, I went for a health checkup and found out high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I was like, yikes, I gotta do something about this. So fast forward a few more years, and through those years, I still party, I still drank, and sometimes it's kind of fun to wake up a hangover, or it's kind of fun drinking, like a whale out of water. Even though I half know that next day I'm gonna have like a terrible headache and a hangover, but still I do it. But from that point on, when I got more in touch with myself, when I got more grounded, more self-loving, more complete, I didn't feel that I had to go out to the nightclubs to satiate my loneliness, the need for company, or the need to feel a little bit intoxicated. Because I also found out when I knew how to get altered states of consciousness through meditation and spiritual awakening, and I realized that nothing beats nature. I'm not even talking about plant medicine and stuff. Nothing beats nature. I even have a blog post about this. I'll actually share it with you in the video description. You can check out about one encounter that I had and how I continue to have these encounters on a daily basis. But more importantly, when I found out like my true purpose and what I really wanted to achieve, and when you start getting evidence in your life of you hitting these goals and getting closer and closer to your goals and reshaping the person that you are, it's so exciting. It becomes like an addiction. You become addicted to improvement. And suddenly, as you guys know, I had a narcissistic spouse, and sometimes I would rather watch pornography in the shower. But having said that, in comparison, like it's what I'm doing these days in the shower? I listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks. No mistake. I listen to audiobooks when I'm doing it in my shower, and right after the shower, I'm still listening to the audiobook. I can put the most recent audiobook that I listened in the video description for you as well. Great audiobook. And even when after my shower, I did my ice face bath, still listening to it. It's like I haven't touched Netflix like in months. I've gotten out of touch with the seasons of Demon Slayer and all that. But when Dr. Stone comes back, I'll want to watch that. But in the meantime, like when I did watch Netflix in the last couple of months, actually, yeah, I did. Like Bill Gates, entrepreneurism, the black money, the whole money laundering thing is just so interesting for me because it kind of made me realize how much money out there and opportunity there is in the world. And it exposed me to the thinking of some of the people out there. I was like, I'd rather spend my time get better. Time is very finite. It's like 84,600 seconds in a day. The point is that like time is such a finite resource, and I have gotten into the habit of watching self-improvement over breakfast. So it's always like manifestation, LOA, finance or entrepreneurship. And these are the main topics that I find myself watching during breakfast, during lunch, during dinner, in the shower. And Friday nights when I have time, I go to a shisha bar and I read an ebook and chug a shisha. I don't smoke usually, but I find that when I chug a shisha, it helps me get into an alpha state, or so I think, but thinking is all that matters. And throughout this time, like, have there been tendencies that I wanted to DJ? There have been, but I'll tell people I sleep at midnight these days, pretty much. So if you want me to go out and spin, you gotta be early. But then again, if I go out early, my daughter's not even asleep yet. So priorities, man. It's not really my priority. I mean, it's like in the past when I go out there, I guess when I had trouble with myself, all right, a lot of angst, and also like so stifled and trapped in a abusive narcissistic relationship. It's like it felt good to spin in the way that I do, and to have appreciation from like random people, and that felt nice. But nowadays, I don't feel the need for that anymore, if that makes sense to you. So I want to, as I quickly wind this video to a close, I would like you to visualize the person that you want to be. Visualize the goals and things that you wish to achieve in your life. And who would be the version of you that would get these things done? How would this version of you be different from the version of you right now? And just based on these, you can journal it out. You can write comparison chart, whichever that makes you feel that you can visualize it better. And then, as you write this, ponder about the way this version of you will be doing your day as compared to your current self. What will your daily activities be? How would you show up for your day? How would you prioritize different things? What would you prioritize more or less? And when you meet other people, what do you feel that other people would be saying about this version of you that you wish to be? And working on that, you would actually be able to provide yourself a lot of cues on how to best live your present life. And all this may sound kind of sudden, all this may sound kind of far-fetched, but that is the reason why, even when I watch videos from different people about the same topic, or even by the same person about the same topic, the key here is really repetition. Repetition, repetition. So in the videos that I'll be making in the following, I will revisit some of these issues as well in different angles, because it's when you revisit a certain thing from a different angle that it truly becomes internal, it truly becomes you. And then you finally realize that, okay, I am making progress, the shift is happening, or the shift has happened and I'm becoming that person. And even this video, save it, like this video, drop a comment, and maybe in a month from now you come back to this video, you watch it again, and certain things may click more sense. It's just like when you watch your favorite movie more than once, you notice different things about it, and you may notice different things about you as well. So what would be interesting is that after you finish watching this video, like I said, do that exercise about the future self and your present self, about the lifestyle, do a little bit of journaling, right? And then based on this journal entry that you do today, come back in a month, watch this video again, and do the same journal entry again, and compare what is different. And when you see the difference, you will be shocked at that. That is where the progress really happens. So I know all this sounds very abrupt, but you will get it. If there is something that you're trying to move away from, if there's things that you're trying to deprioritize in your life, but at the same time, you're just so used to certain habits in your life right now. Maybe you've been living that way for years or decades. You're afraid to get used to not having these things in your life. And that's basically all of us. I want to let you know that I was like that too. And fast forward to today, I have very different priorities, and the version of me that I see, I look back on my old social media, I'm not the same person, and I'm happy for that. And I wish that you will be able to say the same things about yourself. God bless you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Leave me your comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Thank you.